All right, so we're jumping back into the Ferrari playlist. We've only done one of the races in the playlist, so I don't know if we have, is it 5 or 6 other ones? I honestly don't know. I mean, we could check it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there's 7 total, and did I choose to teleport on that? Maybe I could have. Anyhow, did we drove the GTO in the last one, I think? Probably, maybe, somewhat. So, seemingly by the picture, this one is going to be the F40, and we've driven the F40 quite a bit, regularly. Ooh, can I back out and just collect this? Okay. Is it getting closer? Yeah, it is. Okay, that is... Okay, hold on. Is it down by the... No, wait, I think I know where it is. Hold on. I think I've run into this one before. But I can't see anything. Okay, I thought it was down there. I feel like we should be on top of it. Okay, yeah, I see it, I see it. I don't necessarily care about the parts, it's mainly the XP that I want. So we can skip the parts. 30k in the bank from doing that. That's fairly good, I would say. Okay, over to the actual race this time. Drifted in. I guess we could change the difficulty, maybe. Where did I put my phone? Oh, wait, okay, so we get to choose. I'm gonna choose the F40. 100%.
The Ferrari F40. Enzo Ferrari's ultimate vision.
Everybody recognizes the F40. It sparks a memory. It has some magic. I see it in the museum. When people walk into our museum and see an F40, you really see the emotion in the eyes. The F40 stands out immediately. The F40 is such a beautiful masterpiece, and we still had Enzo Ferrari giving his input on that car. And I think that is extremely important. That makes this car even more precious. It was a relationship between the driver and the car, and that made it unique.
I definitely think that the F40 is a car that basically can't get overhyped. Because, yeah, sure, it has gotten, like, even more, I don't know, attention in the past few years with, like, social media, stuff like that, obviously. But to be fair, like, I don't see the car being... I don't think it's possible to overhype this car. Because it is such a iconic and legendary car that it deserves all of the attention. Then, to be fair, you can argue that the price point of the car might be a bit insane, but I mean, it all comes down to what people are prepared to buy it for. So I guess it makes sense. We did have one for sale, probably like is it an hour away from where I live? So there was an... no, it was sold. It was sold. So a couple of months back, I don't know what he's saying, and I'm driving off the road. It was available at a car dealership over in Västerås. Pretty central, like middle Sweden, pretty much. I think it sold for, if we're going dollars, probably $2.9 million, give or take. So yeah, it's a decent price point to be at, I will say. And it's definitely not the most expensive either that's been up for sale. But I mean, that's just insane. Do you understand how much money you need to make to actually be able to afford one of those? Because this isn't like, if you buy a, I don't know, an AMG or something, you might use like all your savings for that car. For example, let's say somebody's taking all their savings, putting it into that car. They're also paying off the house, something like that. That's pretty common amongst most people, I think. That people do that. And I mean, that's fine if you want to buy the car. Sure, go for it. But if you're buying an F40 that is basically gonna sit, there are not a lot of them being driven, and most of the time they do sit as majority of the time. You're not putting all your savings into that, okay? You're not putting 30 mil of savings just purely into that. I think mainly a lot of these cars are, I don't want to say they're tax orientated. I don't know if it, I guess if it goes as a art piece, I guess you could somewhat argue for it as a tax deductor, but I don't know. Anyway, what I'm saying is the amount of money you need to make in order to just be able to purchase an F40 is insane amounts. I was gonna talk about a similar point, but I forgot what that was. That's rough. Okay, yeah, I don't know, it's gone. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's worth 31 million. Okay, I'm speaking Swedish currency, but do I think it's worth 3 million? No, but as we said before, if people are willing to pay for it, then it's worth that much. Okay, 512. No, that's the
The technology that is inside, easily distinguishable from the side which has the fins. It is one of those
Rita.
cars that everybody remembers.
TR.
Testa rossa is very simple. Translated from Italian is testa, head, rossa, red. So the red head.
Redhead. Red Skull is a thing as well. I realized or remembered what I was gonna talk about. So if you guys, I think a lot of people do know this guy. So there is a guy on YouTube called Supercar Ron. I've not watched him a lot. I watched some of it. But he actually has an F40 that they took out and took out on the ice. I don't know, I love those videos. It's a lot of fun to watch. But I got up a clip of him, I think last week or something like that. So a semi-truck actually like pretty much totaled their F40 or his F40 on the highway, and it looked bad. Like it looked really bad. I know the insurance company is not gonna be happy with that one. That's for sure. So basically what I saw from that was that like the whole left side, I don't know if he had like you know, on trailers and stuff you can have strap hooks and a lot of that stuff. I don't know if it was a flatbed or if it was a regular like transport truck. Anyway, I think it was those transport hooks. I might be wrong. I have actually not watched the whole video of that, but I think he might have hooked those into the side of the F40, and then he just, because he did a tight pass or something, and it basically ripped apart the whole fender liner and the door and the front fender.
It looks like you're getting the perfect stretches of road between Maui and Oahu to take the whole measure of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I actually just remembered it and I kind of forgot about that video, so I might actually hop on and watch that later tonight. Because that looked insane. And like, I mean, I understand people that purchase a $3 million car and don't want to drive it. I understand that. But at the same time, it is a car. It should be driven. So I don't see why more people actually don't drive their cars. Now, maybe not talking about a F40 and stuff like that, but a lot of the cars should be driven more than they are, I feel like. But I feel like a lot of newer cars actually are driven a lot more, to be fair, so I don't know. This portion actually reminds me a little bit of when you're doing the motorcycle test. You're doing the high speed slalom. You basically drive up to like 70 kilometers an hour, 50. You get to choose which direction you want to go, blah blah blah. I don't know, it's kind of similar. 22k, not too bad payment from this, I'll be honest. But yeah, that is 2 races down. We're sitting at 1.4 mil. That's decent, I guess. Did they change this? I feel like the car was at level 3 before. Level 20, level 50. Getting 300k. I don't know if it is. I don't know, dude. How in the hell is somebody at level 790? This guy is almost 400 levels above. The hell? He's almost 400 levels above the second guy. That's insane. What? This guy is almost like 79,600,000 XP over me. I mean, obviously I'm not the biggest XP grinder in here, of course, but still. That's insanity. What? So yeah, I guess we gotta... Ah, okay. Guess we gotta do a few more of these. Well, with that said, that is gonna be it for today's video. Tomorrow, I think there is gonna be a GTA video, if I remember correctly. Or I haven't recorded it yet, but I will be on that in the upcoming days or today, we'll see. So if you did enjoy, leave a like and a comment down below, subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and have a good one, guys. I see you all then. Bye bye. What? I feel like we've dropped placings on this. I don't know if that's possible, but Okay. That's really interesting. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. Yep, weekend. And no, week. I hope you had a good weekend. I'm gonna leave it at that because I'm just gonna dig a deeper hole. So, have a good one, guys. I'm out. Bye bye.